I want to give an update on what's been happening here in Israel so far. So around 6:30 a.m., Israelis in southern and central Israel, including here in Tel Aviv, were awoken by sirens and a massive volley of missile fire from Gaza and into Israel. So far, there have been over 2,000 rockets fired into Israel, and as I'm speaking, this is still ongoing. Now, shortly after the first volley, there were reports of armed Hamas terrorists infiltrating Israel, and this, of course, turned out to be true. And there have been many videos circulating on social media and then later on the news of armed terrorists roaming the streets of southern border communities. Now, the IDF has engaged the terrorists. It announced at one point that there were something like 21 active scenes, 21 active engagements with terrorists at different locations. The IDF has managed to neutralize many of the terrorists, but it is still ongoing as I'm speaking right now. And there are, of course, reports of casualties, though there is no official number as of yet. And there are also reports on Palestinian media and Palestinian social media that Israeli civilians and Israeli soldiers have been taken captive by Hamas and brought back into Gaza. Again, these are unconfirmed reports at the moment. Now, I'll add that today is Saturday. Today is a holiday here in Israel, and so this really was a surprise attack. It caught everyone off guard, and now the Israeli response. So the IDF made a very unusual statement saying that Israel should essentially prepare for war. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made a similar statement shortly, a few moments ago, saying that Israel is at war. IDF Defense Minister Yoav Gallant also has agreed to call in all the reserves, so Israel is really preparing for an escalation. And in the meantime, the IDF has launched a counter operation, which it has called Iron Swords. The Security Cabinet is set to meet today at 1 p.m. To decide how to proceed. Now, I'll also note that today is exactly 50 years and 1 day since the Yom Kippur War, a war which also took Israel by surprise, in which Arab armies invaded Israel. So this is clearly not a coincidence. And in the meantime, Hamas leader Mohammed Daif went on TV in a very unusual address and also called on his Islamic brothers to join in the fighting. He called on Syria, Lebanon, Iranian-backed Hezbollah, and also Arabs in Judea and Samaria, in East Jerusalem, in Israel, to join in the fighting. Now, Israeli defense officials have for months been saying that the next conflict will likely be a multi-front war. So the question really remains how this is going to develop. And of course, I will keep you updated as there are developments. And in the meantime, I want to say that Israel is a very resilient country. Its people are very resilient people. So yes, this was a surprise attack. Yes, this was a devastating attack, and we will no doubt hear of many casualties as the day progresses. But Israelis will no doubt bounce back. And so I will continue to update. And in the meantime, stay safe, everyone.